one of these. It's a little bit thicker and wider and more like sandpaper, but I don't have the attachment for it, so we're gonna go with that one. The first thing that I do is, I had to wait to do this video for a really good dog. She's so good. Is this part of the nail, is it getting that up close? If you look up under, you'll see where the nail part, this is like where the quick is up under there. A lot of times dogs will show that and you can see it. So this whole black part right there can come off. And a lot of times people just go snipping and they don't really know where it's beginning or ending. Just like this one, it's kind of a little bit harder to tell. So one of the biggest things is to always have, you're going to want to actually hold the Dremel not down here. You're going to want to hold it up top and embrace it right there. And you always, always, always want your thumb resting somewhere on the dog's foot. She's really good, but for a dog that's pulling and going crazy, you don't want to be chasing the nail like this, because you can actually like hurt them. You can, depending on how fragile the nail is, you can rip the nail off, especially if you're doing the dew claw right here. You can, I've seen those get ripped off before. So I'm gonna go ahead and start, and you'll see how I'm holding it up top, and I'm gonna have a thumb placed on her paw. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this now before I turn the Dremel on, in case you can't hear me. I'm gonna go around first and take length off of each one, and then I'm gonna go back and round them out, because the Dremel can get hot with a lot of contact. So it's similar to like getting acrylic nails done. It's, you can relate to that at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. So now I'm just taking length off. I'm gonna go ahead and start rounding this one out. So I'm gonna round across the top. I'm gonna round the tip off. I'm gonna go around across the top. A little bit right there. Around the top. A little bit right there. This is where I want to stop. And show that black dot right there is where the quick begins. If you feel it, it's softer in texture. And a lot of times as you get closer, they'll let you know. This dog, trust me, but if I were to hold it on there for like another second longer, she'd probably flip out. So as soon as you see like that black dot, and then you'll feel like the texture change, that's when you stop. And there'll typically be like a little white, like little moon, crescent moon shaped thing right above it. And then I'll do the next one and see if it'll look the same, so you can kind of get an idea. Okay. Same thing with the second nail. You'll see right in the middle there's a black dot right there, and she has a little bit of a white like crescent moon over it. Texture change, it's going to be softer in the middle, same thing. So you get the idea. I would just, if you were to start, I would just start just by turning the Dremel on, letting them get used to the sound. Another thing that I mentioned before was playing with the pads, their paws of their feet, and letting them trust you doing that. I would start taking just a little at a time when you begin and build up that trust, and then take a little bit more as you go. It's really important to go a little at a time versus making a mistake and breaking that trust. I'm going to do the dew claw though, so you can see how I hold it, and then we'll stop. The dew claw, you just need to really make sure you have a good grip on it. You don't want to just try to hold the nail or just hold their paw, because you can literally just rip that off. So you really want to hold it by the base. And then I'm just going to round it out.